What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode here on Full Throttle. My name is Charlie, and today I'm going to be removing the trim that covers the speakers right behind the driver and passenger seats. So I'm going to show you guys that now. So basically this is what the car looks like at the moment. I've gotten it pretty torn down. I'm going to have to remove this center console, remove the B to C pillar trim pieces on both sides, and then I'm going to remove this long trim piece here to show you guys how to replace these speakers if you guys need to, and the steps that you need to take to do that. So I've got everything disconnected in this car. There's no battery, there's no engine, there's no wire harness, anything for the engine or anything. It's all dropped. But first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to move your seat all the way forward like this to give you clearance. And I've got this seat removed, but you'd probably want to do that with both seats, because you're gonna have to get access right here to these little bolts for the center console. So after you move the center console, you're gonna work on removing the seat belts. You're gonna have to not completely remove them, but you've got these top bolts here that you're gonna have to remove, and then you're gonna have to pop off the trim pieces here, and then the trim piece there, and then you're gonna work on getting this trim piece at least pulled out a little bit to give you space to pop off this trim piece. Now the reason why you have to do all this is because there's a little lip that goes right under here that holds this down. So you have to pop this off, this whole piece off, just to take this off. Now this one has navigation. A lot of these 350Zs don't have navigation, so the little part that's right there with the navigation trim and the DVD reader is a little bit different on this car, but it's basically on normal 350Zs, it's just another cubby like this over there. So I'm gonna get to work on showing you guys this. There's actually been a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm actually flying out to Paris to meet up with my ex-girlfriend. Well, I'm hoping to kind of restart our relationship, but basically after we broke up, she wanted to take a trip, so she took off to Paris. And right before we left, or right before she left, me and her were talking a lot more, hanging out a little bit, and hopefully we can, you know, get back together. That's one of the things I'm hoping to do by flying out there. I'm going to be gone for about a month. I'm going to travel across Europe and yeah, see how it goes, but it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna bring my GoPro. I'm not gonna bring this camera, but I am gonna bring my GoPro, and I probably will be uploading some videos of what we do over there. So this next month, or I'm not gonna be recording or putting out videos for about a month, but after this month, what I'm gonna do is post up some videos of my trip. So if you guys wanna see those, you know, you can tune in, or if you guys don't wanna see them, you know, this is a car channel, so if you guys don't want to see that, then it's all good. But I'm going to bring you guys along and show you guys a little bit of the trip. So the first thing you're going to want to do is disconnect your battery. My battery is removed, so that's the first step. Second thing you want to do is grab you don't have to use a gun, you can use a socket wrench or breaker bar or whatever, and you're going to have to get a 14mm and pop this trim piece off up here on the top for the seat belts. That little piece there, and then you've got a 14 exposed behind it, and you're going to take that 14 off, and you can move this out of the way. Then you're going to find the clip location. So there's a couple of clips. There's one right here, and you've got more clips that go all the way up. So I'm going to grab a pry tool and gently pry on these to pop these off. Everything that I'm doing for this side, I'm just going to show you for this side, because everything is pretty much the same as the other side, and then off camera I'll remove everything on the other side and then show you guys when I get to these pieces here. So you can pop this one off here, pop that one, okay, then actually clipped around this little portion right here. Got a couple of clips that go into this portion of the trim panel here, and you've got another clip right back there. There it goes. Pull this seat belt around here, and you've got some other clips back here more. It'll all pretty much just pop off. And now that you've got those off, you can move on to either your other side, or you can start moving to the center console and removing that. All right, so now that I've got that piece removed, I'm gonna start working on the center console. So you've got a couple of screws here on both sides. So one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. Then you've got a couple of screws up here. And if you have an 03 to an 05 model, you've got a little coin cubby right here instead of this cup holder. And you pop that coin cubby out, and then you've got a screw right under there as well on those cars. And these are the screws here for the front of the center console, and then all you've got is the wiring that attaches. So it's always easier to try to pop these clips off first. So I should probably grab a pair of needle nose pliers or something. But all these little clips for the wiring that go underneath here, it's easier to just remove these ahead of time because it makes it a little bit more difficult, because you've got to disconnect these heater switches. And I probably should note, I'll put a video in right here of removing the bezel for the shift bezel right here. All you do basically is you just pop it up and it comes right off. Just be careful with this ribbon here, because if you rip that, then your AC is going to be on full blast all the time. Move your shift knob, and this piece right here pops right up just like in the automatic. Then you wiggle it like this a little bit, pull on it a little bit, and it pops out like that. I'm going to use a flathead, barely, oh well, this one's already been used before, to remove this shift knob. What you do is you pull that down, grab a screwdriver. Be careful not to lose this clip, because this little tiny clip right here will fling out somewhere and you won't be able to find it. Then you can pull this off, pops up. So I'm going to put it underneath the plastic here, just like that. Just like that. And then this comes out. So after I pop this clip out, it exposes this wire here with a little clip, and I'm going to disconnect this like that. Maybe that'll free it up. So I've got all these bolts out now, and I'm gonna see if I can just lift this up here. See, right up under there, you've got the wire there. I'm gonna disconnect that, and then I'll get back to you guys. And after you remove this wire, after you remove those bolts and unclip that, then that's how you remove the center console. Just show you guys how to remove these real quick. So you can open this little door, put a little pressure on this side like this, just pull, there it goes. And then same thing on the other side. And these cubbies just pop right out. It's just these little clips around the sides. And now I'm ready to start working on this. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna open this and then take out these two screws here. So after you remove those two screws, they're gone, that little latch is gone. You're just gonna pull on here, gently, just kind of move back and forth. And then when you get to the center here, you're gonna have to worry about the plug for the outlet. Down here on the bottom too. There we go. All right, and this whole entire thing comes free, and then you've got the little plug right there for the outlet. All right, so now that this is removed, this thing does pretty much the same thing. All you do is you kind of just barely push, put pressure upwards, and then at the same time, you know, move back and forth gently so you don't break any of the tab, but just like that, and just move across. And then go to the other side and do the same thing from over here. And now it's removed. But yeah, so I'm gonna flip this over for you guys. You've got clips here, there, across the top, and that's pretty much it. After you remove all this other stuff, this piece is actually really easy to take off. And that gives you space to get to these speakers. So that's how you take all this apart. All right guys, so that's pretty much it. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button if it helped you out at all, and consider subscribing if you want to see more Z content. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to come. But yeah, for this video, that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.